What I'm not here to do is to only help you find a job. And listen, no knock to it, but there's a lot of people out there and in my own circle that can help you find a job, myself included. But that's not what this show and platform is about. It's not about the job. It's about the career. Getting the job is the first leg of the race, but you spend the majority of the race navigating the ins, outs, ups, and downs of your career. So if you only build up your stamina for the first leg and run out of gas, man, you got a really long race ahead of you. My name is Fela Abioye, and this is How to Corporate, my digital show dedicated to helping you identify what's holding you back so you can advance your career. Are you ready for today's topic? Well, let's get started. 1 year down, 20 episodes in. Wow, it's been a journey. I've learned so much over the course of this first season. It felt really important to me to share some of these learnings as many of you have been supporting me along the way. First, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Fela Abioye. I am your host of How to Corporate. I've been navigating corporate America over a decade as a leader and working professional, just like you. Like most people, I started my career mainly on the receiving end of information as a mentee. And over time, I started to transition to the mentor seat, though I still remain, of course, as a mentee, because I'm always going to remain a student of just learning, right? Always seeking opportunities to learn. But I realized I was having a lot of the same conversations or very similar conversations again and again with mentees or just people in general about just different nuances when navigating their career. I started to really wonder, why wasn't this information readily available and accessible for everybody? And over time, I just kept thinking about it. Why does this information only get passed down from one person to the next? How come you just can't go online and search for some of these answers? And after asking myself that question time and time again, I came to the realization that instead of asking why, I needed to start asking how. How can I get this information out to more people, to everybody? And just like that, How to Corporate was born. I created this show to empower. This show was created to empower you, the working professional with knowledge, so that you can better navigate and advance your career. What I'm not here to do is to only help you find a job. And listen, no knock to it, but there's a lot of people out there and in my own circle that can help you find a job, myself included. But that's not what this show and platform is about. It's not about the job. It's about the career. Getting the job is the first leg of the race, but you spend the majority of the race navigating the ins, outs, ups, and downs of your career. So if you only build up your stamina for the first leg and run out of gas, man, you got a really long race ahead of you. That's why I'm here. That's why you're here. I interview working professionals from all walks of life so that you and I can learn from other people's experiences. This show reveals the honest truth and perspective that people won't tell you outright, but most often expect you to figure out on your own. This season, we've covered a slew of topics, right? In these 20 episodes, from negotiating your worth, building relationships, leveraging soft skills, how to resign, being an effective producer, handling rejection, sponsorship, transferable skills, career nuances for attorneys, banking, healthcare, entrepreneurship. Look, the list goes on. Hey, if you're enjoying what you're hearing and learning something new, take a second to rate this episode and write a review. Oh, don't forget to share with a friend or a colleague. All right, back to the show. So listen, this is a one-stop shop for career empowerment. And the crazy thing is, we're just getting started. And I have so much more to share. It's crazy because I'm so excited about it and super excited about dropping season 2, which will kick off the third Wednesday of September. So mark your calendars, September 21st, the first episode of season 2 kicks off. So tell your friends, share the podcast with your colleagues, share it with family, because look, this information translates across nearly all career paths. And I've learned so much from this first season, which I want to share a little bit about. But before I do, I got a couple of asks. So listen, if you've been rocking with me along this journey, thank you. For all the guests that have shared their stories from season 1, thank you. But here's what I need everybody to do. Right now, write a review about this show. Whether you've listened to one episode or all 20, I need you to write a review right now. Open the show in the podcast platform that you listen to this on. Apple users, that's you. Spotify users, that's you. Google Podcast users, that's you. Everybody, for that matter. Open the show in the app, scroll to the rating, write a review section, click on it. Yeah, I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting. Click on it. All right. Now provide a star rating and write a review. Now, I do prefer 5-star ratings, but I'm not here to tell you how to rate. I'm just asking that you at least write a review, just a few words, please and thank you. So, look, I get a lot of feedback about this show through DMs on social media, through text messages, word of mouth, which is all great. But I need all that feedback to show up here in the ratings and reviews. Y'all know how SEOs work, right? Well, more ratings and reviews will improve my SEO. So if you think this content is valuable and you think other people should hear about it, then please write a review so it can get pushed up to the top. So even if you think that this show could be better and some things that you want to kind of see a little bit different, still, please write a review. Give me that feedback. I am all ears. For my folks on YouTube, I have not forgotten about you. All right. For my YouTubers, leave a comment in the show. Leave a comment in some of the past shows that you've watched. Like, share. All right. Now, I started season 1 with a bunch of ideas that really evolved once I got the show started and moved. And there was a lot of discovery along the way, I would say. And I initially thought I'd be talking about career/money and investing. And about halfway in the season, I took a step back to really assess where I was at. And I realized I was running so hard and trying to go so fast that I got a little lost in the direction. So I started listening to this show called Grow the Show podcast by Kevin Schmidlin, which is a little step-by-step tutorial of how to create a value-add podcast and how to grow it. One of my first items I had to address is not only what the show is about, but more importantly, who the audience is. You know, your audience will tell you what your show is about, which makes complete sense. So I started to do a lot of research on who my audience is. You might have even noticed that the introduction in my show changed around episode 14 and 15 to something like this. This show is dedicated to helping you identify what's holding you back so that you can advance your career. You like that? Yeah. So that exercise of narrowing down my audience and clearly describing what I do really laid the foundation for the road ahead. And once I figured that out, everything I did was with this audience in mind. I even created a persona named James. And maybe in a follow-up episode, I'll tell you guys all about James and his characteristics and whatnot. So I updated my branding. I tweaked my show title format. And honestly, it became easier for me to stay in my lane. And when I first started, I would create the title of the show before the content was created. And I realized after doing this, assessment, I've been boxing myself into a corner, forcing the content into a box instead of allowing it to stretch and expand. You'll notice the show title / format change, which I really wish I would have realized sooner. Right. But some of the titles don't really capture the essence of the interview. And honestly, I might still go back and change some of them because it still bothers me to this day, to be honest with you. So I know folks don't always like long episodes, but I decided to test out a couple longer ones just to kind of confirm. And it was a very quick nope. I realized my audience does not like long episodes, hour plus long episodes. So I will definitely not be doing that anymore. But again, it's a part of the learning. I bought the wrong mic. I bought a condenser mic instead of a dynamic mic. For the folks that have been following me along the way, you realize I was just using a webcam. I had no mic in those very early several episodes. And I finally bought a mic. Or actually, I had a mic, but I finally set it up and I realized I bought the wrong kind of mic. So if you know anything about recording, right? Recording music in the studio, right? You want to pick up every little sound, right? Every little sound. You want to be able to feel the passion around the artist making the music. So you want a condenser mic that picks up everything. And that's exactly what I have. So when the wind blows or, got a baby screaming in the background, it picks up all of that sound. But thank God I had a tech wizard or a neighbor, shout out to Flav. He helped me create a software, a hack to mirror a dynamic mic. So it worked out. Social media marketing. Listen, I had no real marketing strategy and I don't have enough time to even talk through all the trial and error I've had with that. But I'm not a big social media guy by nature, but I realize, of course, the power and importance of the platforms. And I will say this, after many trial and error, I have mad respect for content creators out there because going through this process, creating this platform gave me just a completely new view of all the work and aspect that goes into creating this type of content to be able to share and disseminate out across these multiple platforms. So again, mad respect to all the content creators out there. So look, the list goes on. I could continue going on here, but what I want you to take away is that this journey has not been a straight line, nor has it been a linear path, right? So it's been rocky. There have been pitfalls, but there's also been success. I've also made mistakes, but I've enjoyed it and I've also been drained by it. But no matter what, I'm learning along the way. I'm pivoting along the way, and I'm going to celebrate the small wins as they come. And I think the same sentiment goes for your career. Your career is not a sprint to the finish line. Your career is a marathon. There will be obstacles. There will be naysayers. There will be goods. There will be wins. There will be success. There will be haters along the way. But don't let any of those obstacles stop you. We're here to empower you. I'm here to empower you. And that's what this show is all about. So remember, season 2 kicks off September 21st. Episodes will be released the first and third Wednesday of every month. Okay. Episodes will be released the first and third Wednesday of every month. And I got a few diverse guests, I think, who got some really awesome backgrounds and really unique perspectives that I can't wait for you guys to hear from. I'm super excited about it. I'll be introducing some new and different content. I got a number of other things happening this season, which I'll wait to share along the way. But again, I'm super excited about it, and we'll continue to work together and build this community up. And thank you for your support, and thank you for listening. Until next time, keep building. Don't forget to like and subscribe. For more content, click the link in my bio to follow How to Corporate on all social media platforms. Until next time, keep building.